Hi, it's me again, and it's that time of year again, albeit I'm a bit late this time round. I do this every year. The BBC annually put a press release out, all the documents out, showing how much they're paying their celebrities with your licence fee money, your £174.50 a year. This is how much of them they pay. They publish this and they're proud of this. I like to go through it and put it in terms we can all understand. Because, I mean, I know how to say the words £500,000, but I can't possibly imagine what £500,000 is. It's more money I'll ever see in my entire life. So I like to put it a different way, ways that we can all understand. Let's begin, shall we? Let's begin with the poster child for this sort of thing, who next year shouldn't be getting any of your money. Good old Gary Lineker. £1.35 million is required, or was required, to keep him talking about football on a sofa with his mates. Now, 1.35 million is more money than I can comprehend, and that's annually, let's not forget. So I like to put it a different way. So his 1.35 million equates to 7,736 television licenses. Now, if you put that in perspective even more, which I can understand that. I can understand that 7,736 households in the UK. But it says here, examples of towns close to 8,000 people in population. So Wells in Somerset has a population of 10,000. Falmouth and Holbeach are around that too. The whole town that you've heard of has to pay a licence fee for Gary Lineker to talk about football with his mates. Zoe Ball, who's just doing radio nowadays, isn't she? I'm a bit off the beat with what's on the BBC, because obviously I don't watch it. I believe she's just radio, isn't she? But she gets £515,000 a year. Do you think she earns it? I don't know. I don't know what she does. I know she's been at the BBC donkey's years, though, hasn't she? But £515,000 equates to 2,951 television licenses. That is equivalent to roughly the population of Fordwich in Kent or Upton-upon-Severn in Worcestershire. Roughly. Do you live in either of those places? Everyone in those towns, villages, whatever they are, had to pay, or every household had to pay the licence fee to keep Zoe Ball on the radio. Alan Shearer, who also talks about football with his mate on a sofa, who was overpaid, his mate, obviously. Is Alan Shearer overpaid? That's what you've got to ask yourself. He got paid £440,000 last year. £440,000. That equates to 2,521 television licenses, which is the population of Dovercourt in Essex, near me, or St Ives in Cornwall. Do you live in either of those places? Everyone in your town had to pay every household in your town had to pay a television licence for Alan Shearer to talk about football with his mate. Fiona Bruce, well-known BBC personality, Antiques Roadshow, I believe. Does she still do news as well, or not? Don't know, don't watch the BBC. But anyway, Fiona Bruce last year earned £410,000. Do you think she earns it? Do you think she's worth that? Do you think she's worth more than that? Let me know in the comments. But that £410,000 equates to 2,349 television licenses. That is the equivalent of the population of Ludford in Lincolnshire, which is almost exactly the population of Ludford in Lincolnshire. Do you live in Ludford? So yeah, I'm not going to run through them all because obviously the video will take literally forever, and you don't want to watch that, I'm sure of it. But there's a big jump there, isn't there? I'll put it on the screen, look. From Gary Lineker's 1.35 to the next one down, not far off a third of what Gary Lineker earns. He gets a lot of money from the BBC to do what? If they'd have sacked him off, couldn't Alan Shearer just do it and they'll just give him step-up pay to £500,000 or something? and then they would have saved, what, £800,000 a year, and then you wouldn't have had to put up with Gary Lineker either. I don't understand how it works. I mean, I'm sure they recognise his talent because he's gone elsewhere now, hasn't he? I'm sure there's a reason they wanted him there. But are there 1.35 million reasons that he should have been there and not sacked off? The BBC is always going on about cost cutting. Right? They're always saying we're going to cut 1,000 hours of new programming this year, or we're closing this down, or we're knackering this radio station because we need to save money. It was an easy 1.35 million quid sitting there the whole time. But again, I don't run the BBC. I don't work in upper management. I don't understand how it all works or why you would need that. I'm just a simple person. That's all I am. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. As always, while you're down there leaving your comment, hit all the buttons and everything as well. Because if you do all that, hopefully, I'll get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da!